What's up, guys? Welcome to today's video, and today we're going to be checking out The Witcher 3. These guys are saying that they've played the first 3 hours of the next gen update. Let's see what they've got to say, and I'm really excited.
Ryan McCaffrey here, Matt Kim there. Welcome to IGN.
Hey.
Matt, we're talking about The Witcher 3's next gen update, which is on its way, December 14th. This is a 7-year-old video game getting a fresh coat of next gen polish. You just played a few hours of it. Let's just start with general impressions. Like, how'd this game look? I mean, everybody loves it. Normally, we don't do preview coverage of next-gen updates for 7-year-old games, but this isn't just any 7-year-old game. This was IGN's 2015 Game of the Year, IGN's Reader's Choice 2015 Game of the Year. So, lots of interest. How'd it look?
Well, it looked great. Just flat out, it looked great, it played great. So it's next-gen updates. It's coming to PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S, as well as PC.
Yeah.
I had 3 hours with the PlayStation 5 version, the Xbox Series X version, and a little bit with the Xbox Series S version.
Oh, okay.
So I got to try out all three. But starting just with the next-gen stuff, or the new-gen stuff, I guess we should say at this point, right?
Yes.
You know, when they do sort of new-gen updates to these older games, you sort of expect ray tracing, 4K assets, a performance mode, photo mode, all of those things are there in The Witcher 3, right?
Yeah.
And so,
Nice.
like other games, you can choose between a performance mode or a graphics mode, and the graphics mode comes with new up-res 4K textures, ray tracing, a lot of dynamic lighting, so I guess we can like focus on that, like starting off.
Sure.
It was, but yeah, that visual stuff looked amazing. Like I got to explore all of the main areas in the game, and I got to like toggle like the performance mode on and off to see what the ray tracing would look like, and like it makes a world of difference.
I know this is subjective, but would you say that it looked like a game that came out in 2022, or still just a really pretty older game? I know it's such a fine, silly line to walk, but
it's tough to say. You know, I wouldn't say for sure that it's up there with like the new gen games that just came out. But at the same time, it does a lot to bring a 7-year-old game closer to 2022 than you would expect.
So, what do you think you're going to go with now that you've played a few hours of this when it actually drops on the 14th, which free update for anybody that already owns any version of The Witcher 3, right? So which is great. Thank you, CD Projekt, for doing the right thing on that. So are you going to go performance yourself, or are you going to go quality?
I'm gonna go performance, just because like while the quality stuff is great, you know, at the same time, like I said, it's not, when you turn on quality mode, it's gonna look very modern and very new, but it's not gonna convince you that it's a game that was made in the last, you know, couple years.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, performance mode though, like that 120, maybe even higher, like frame rate that they were shooting for, or that I believe it's 60, but like.
Unless you got a killer PC.
Right, exactly. Unless you got a killer PC.
Which plenty of folks do.
Right, but
especially those new 4000 series cards, right?
It ran amazing on the PS5. Like it was buttery smooth. What was it? We joked actually with CDPR. I fast traveled to that bog area in the game, and they call it, you know, frame dip bog, I think, internally. We went there, we turned on performance mode. It was like I was on like playing at 2x speed. Like I was just zipping through everywhere. It's so smooth and buttery that I can't wait to like play it again in that specific mode.
And then
I love the way how they was talking about how there's certain parts of The Witcher 3 that was like super buggy and stuff like that, and they actually went to the toughest parts to test it and talking about how smooth it's going. So bro, if it's moving like that on the worst parts, bro, everything else is running smooth. And me personally, I'm probably gonna go with more performance than quality as well, just because of, you know, I tend to prefer like, you know, action games with like having good performance than full-on quality all the time, if that makes sense.
the other big thing that you got to check out was the new content inspired by the Witcher series on Netflix, which I love that show. I'm bummed to see Henry Cavill leaving that show.
Trust me.
But I'm gonna give Mr. Hemsworth a shot. So how was that stuff?
Yeah, so I actually didn't know about it going in, but when I arrived there, they told me that there is a new quest line where you can get a reward that's related to the Netflix version of The Witcher. I don't want to spoil it too much here, basically, but there's a whole new original quest line. It was really, you know, it was like a whole branching quest thing where you have like a the classic Witcher formula. You go in, you kill something, there's a tough moral decision at the end, and then you get a little reward.
Yeah.
And then the reward is a Witcher Netflix thing. I will share this actually. While this isn't a reward that you can get in the game, they have an option where you can get the Nilfgaardian enemies to wear the Netflix Nilfgaardian armor. You know, the one that people were like, this looks kind of ugly.
Nice touch. All right,
Violation.
so this is coming soon, December 14th. This is a 150+ hour video game. If you haven't played in 7 years, it sounds like they're giving you a pretty decent reason to come on back in. And if you've never played it, it's still a great game, right? Did it still feel great in 2022?
100%. That's basically what they were saying, is the target for this new next-gen upgrade is really new players who haven't played it before. And
who've come in as fans of the show, probably,
yeah,
in a lot of
who are
cases.
curious about it. And like, this is 100% going to be the way to play the game going forward. I can't imagine anyone going to go pick up the PS4 copy of it and going back there. You know, one of the things that I remember playing it, you know, back when it came out, and one of the things is that it felt a little slow, right? Like Geralt kind of felt heavy and clunky, and he bumped into the walls, and sometimes he clipped through things and stuff like that. All of that's been refined and improved. So this is becoming the definitive version of the game to play.
Outstanding. Matt Kim, thank you so much. For more on The Witcher 3 and the next-gen update, keep it tuned right here to IGN.
All right, guys, I have to say I really enjoyed these two talking about The Witcher 3, and like me personally, I am definitely one of those guys that I was really wanting to get into The Witcher 3 for a while, but I got into The Witcher 2, and then when I was planning to get into number 3, I purchased it and everything. I literally heard about the update, so I was like, wait a sec, let me wait until this update is live on the 14th, which is literally like a week from now. So this is gonna be great. Like, I can't wait to get into this game. We're gonna be streaming a shit ton of hours of this game, and bro, I'm really happy to hear that they are like really putting in the work when it comes to The Witcher 3, because The Witcher 3 has been getting so many rewards, and I'm so glad that they are not forgetting about it and like moving on. They could have just easily moved on to like the next Witcher game or the Cyberpunk and stuff like that, but they're still putting in the work, and I really love that for like the CD Projekt for them doing that, and they're absolute legends, and the update is for free for anyone that's own the copy. Like, I love that still. But yeah, you absolute legends. Comment down below on what you think. Subscribe if you're new, like if you like the video, and I'll catch you all on the next one, guys.